Jumping back into the PFF College 50, counting down the top 50 players as we enter the 2019 season. We went through 41 through 50 just recently here, and now we start the countdown again. Number 40 here, right where we left off, Georgia Southern cornerback Kendallville Dorsey. Not a household name by any stretch of the term, but a guy that you should know if you like college football, and even possibly a name to know for the NFL draft. Obviously, Georgia Southern, he's not facing top-notch competition, but when he did face a team like Clemson, targeted 7 times, allowed just 2 receptions, 10 yards, had an interception, 2 pass breakups, an elite grade against the Clemson Tigers last year. He's a name to know and a name to watch that may be flying under the radar here for the 2019 season. Number 39, a guy that probably will also be a household name if he isn't already, Andrew Thomas at Georgia, made the switch from right tackle in 2017 to left tackle. We've seen a drastic improvement in his grade. He's only allowed 4 sacks in his entire career against some feared SEC pass rushers, and he's all set to guard Jake Fromm's blind side one more time. 38th, a guy that we've seen do just about everything right at the quarterback position. If it weren't for Trevor Lawrence, Brock Purdy would be the highest ever grade that we've given to a true freshman quarterback. Debut season was just absolutely stellar out in Ames, Iowa. The Cyclones are going to run as Purdy runs this season, and we like where things are going for Iowa State into 2019 and the future. So 37th on this list now too, Derek Brown, interior defender from Auburn, leads the nation over the past 2 years. In terms of run stops, he does everything as well like you would want a defensive interior player with star power to do. Can stop the run, can rush the passer, and he just eats up 2 or 3 holes at a time. Moving on to 36th on the list after Brown, Payton Suah, tackle at Oregon. Highest grade we've given to a true freshman tackle in the PFF College era. Did get hurt, did come back, did not quite look the same coming back from an injury in the Ducks bowl game, but he's still a guy who is an anchor on the bookends there, on arguably the best offensive line in college football out in Eugene. So we like where he's going. We like him protecting Justin Herbert into this season and moving on. 35th on this list, another Georgia Bulldog, J.R. Reed, a guy who does extremely good things in coverage. We really like the coverage ability. We'll hear from him going forward into the season, but also into the draft as well. Does not allow a whole lot of yards as the primary coverage defender. Maybe not the best way to look at a safety in terms of his production on the field, but if he is tasked in coverage, he's more than capable of that, and he sticks his head into run defense, and he just doesn't give up any big plays for the Georgia Bulldogs. We move on now. 34th on the list, another SEC defensive back, Shahim Carter, dominated in the slot last season, did not allow over 50% of the catches or targets to be caught into his coverage. He can guard shifty slot receivers. He can guard big tight ends, running backs out of the backfield. He is a lockdown cornerback with slot potential both at the next level and this season coming up in college football. We really like where he's going as well in that Alabama secondary that just keeps churning out players. 33rd on the list now, leads the nation's running backs in 2-year rushing grade. Travis Etienne, Clemson. He's just a yards after contact guy just as much as he's a missed tackle guy. He forces them at will. He reads his run blocking maybe better than any running back in the nation. And with that Trevor Lawrence-led offense, Travis Etienne is not the forgotten man with those 2 star receivers outside as well. He still needs to be accounted for as we move forward to the season. Defenses need to key on him. He's 33rd on our list here, and I think he's one of the top running backs in the country. 32nd on the list, another Oregon Duck lineman, Shane Lemieux, highest graded guard in all of college football, clearly the highest graded run blocking guard, 9 points in terms of our PFF grading system above the next highest graded guard overall in run blocking. Really like what Shane Lemieux has been able to do over the years here on, again, that most experienced and the best offensive line. I'll say it, the best offensive line in all of college football belongs to the Ducks there, and they're 2 of the main reasons why. Rounding out this countdown today too, another Pac-12 offensive player, maybe not the guy you thought, but KJ Costello leads the nation returning in deep passing yards as well as under pressure. He can do it. He can do it from a clean pocket. He doesn't maybe have the star power at wide receiver going into 2019, but he has the ability to get the ball down the field. He has the ability to keep the ball and keep that Stanford offense on pace, on schedule. He's changed David Shaw's opinion a little bit, and actually they're going to start throwing the ball a little bit more. First time in a few years that they've actually thrown the ball more than running the ball in a season, and that's Costello is a huge reason why. 31 is a great place for Costello moving forward into the year, and we will be back with more of the PFF College 50 as we unveil the top 30 players for 2019.
Thanks for watching the PFF YouTube channel, and if you want to subscribe, all you have to do is push the button. Don't forget everything you get. A little fantasy, push the button. A little green line for the gambling aspects of the game, push the button. College football, push the button. The YouTube channel from PFF.